Hello everyone and welcome back to the Danganronpa stream. Today will be the final Danganronpa episode. Finally, oh my god, it's gonna be a bit of a long one. We're going to do the last class trial and finish the game. Let's see who the mastermind is. Let's go ahead and get started. Load game. Which, coincidentally, is my very last, very last load point. I don't have any more. So we're gonna have to finish it in today's episode. We have to finish it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's do it, let's do it. Let's do it, okay. What was I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I don't remember from last night. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to do something here? Yeah, I totally forgot about the AV room. Because, I mean, the data center kind of feels like it makes more sense. But, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Back to the first floor. Yeah, I cannot believe I totally forgot about the AV room. Like, it's got a whole disc on it and everything. Okay. In here. In here. Okay, let's see what's on the DVD. This should be able to play the DVDs just fine. Well then, I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then, all of a sudden, an image appeared. Oh, Sayaka! Speaking of Sayaka. It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
Sakit Silverstein, oh my god, Zhengli. The voice I heard was one of the man positioned on the side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Then you're gonna make me read it? You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in the school? Accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
Your word failed. She died. As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot more I hadn't understood up till now, but this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard, because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad. She tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video I had thought was finished flashed back on screen. My eyes darted back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. It's us! It's Makoto! Huh? What I saw was me. And possibly, undeniably me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes?
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, We don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya. Toko. Hina. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in the school forever. And then... Kyoko! Her interview with him had just been recorded as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father. And when he asked her this question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school, just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up. The monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off, which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? What are you doing here? Oopsies, looked like it broke, out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad!
Now? Then? When? Doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? I'm just gonna leave. Failure my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. He'd ask the same questions and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge aspirated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that point, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seemed much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seems to obviously work in favor of the Mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Oh! It's time! It's time! It's time! It's time! It's time!
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black.
If you know the dance, you know the dance.
There is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to
Oh my
drought.
God.
But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
It's about to begin again. The class trial is gonna start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then, this is the end. Oh, okay. Last class trial, you guys. It is the last time we're going into this elevator and these doors. Oh my god. I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto,
You're early, Makoto. No, we're not.
listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However,
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like she said. Byakuya! Byakuya? Why are you so angry? They arrived, one after another, but they were all in the same state of shock. Hina? Hiro? Where's Toko? Why isn't she here? Silence, and it wasn't any normal silence. It wasn't the deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like the first class trial. There you are.
You called for me and so I am here!
I'm late! Strong silent master, so wonderful, so cool, so hot. I'm not saying that.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be fine if you leave it to me. With my scissors sharp. Girl, shut up. With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and dive the mastery of evil. But I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If that's what Master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Where am I? No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Ooh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see. My dog's name is Gus. He does have a pretty gloomy face, we'll say.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair, climaxium sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right, this is the final class trial, and this time it'll be fair.
How strange.
What do you mean, this time? Stop with all the slander. I'm a bear in good standing, you know?
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square.
Today,
And I'll make sure
I'm
everyone
feeling
watching at home knows that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious dribble. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try and run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my
This will
family.
be over in no time. With an inflexible confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Girl, why are you so mad? Why are they so mad? Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey,
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid, suspicious of each other.
however,
But you know why that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
however,
Well, you can tell us about it soon, at the class trial. You're right, I'm ready.
so...
Ready to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then Kyoko was aboard the elevator. Well, you better get on there too, Makoto. I started making my way towards the opening. Step after step towards the gaping maw. I resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed the anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I passed the threshold and stood in the elevator. Without warning, it began to descend, deeper and deeper. Deeper still. Bro. You're gonna have to quit with this deeper. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later? I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Ooh, this one's dirty. I don't like this one. It feels like no thought was put into it. This is the final trial site? What do you mean think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle. I'm gonna sit on this one. Oh, I'll just sit here in the vacant 16th spot. Well then, let's begin. Okay, I don't have anywhere to save. Right? I can't save anywhere, so... Okay, well, I can't save, so... We're just gonna... I think I saved too many times, oh no. Here we go.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
Special rule.
So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win!
Hi, Meow Kitten. Welcome. Meow back.
But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
Oh, okay.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh?
Is the Mastermind only one person?
That's like the first smart thing Hero's ever said.
Don't bother. I already know the answer.
You do?
You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
I take it back. He's not smart anymore.
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
Already? Oh my god, okay, just spin it already. Make your arguments. Group photo, I think. Because everyone saw those photos and got upset, right?
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
You don't have no evidence.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present.
What a
Evidence that proves
coincidence.
everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us
Each have that kind of evidence.
What? Why did that not work the first time? Oh my god. This is why sometimes I have to pull up a guide to the game. Because I'm like,
It's
I
not
know that
just
was
you
right.
three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture,
Show us your picture.
see,
Oh.
I'm the only one not in it.
Yeah, because we're in it. I will say that in every single picture, Junko is facing not the camera. Something's blocking out her face. I figured as much, in which case...
Hiro, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
Evidence. Yep, once again, Junko's facing the back. This one too, just like I thought.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Proof. The proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection between what person isn't shown in the group photos. It's the ones who got the photos.
I got it!
I got
In
it.
each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it.
No Makoto.
So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
Y'all see Toko in the background with that tongue out like... Girl.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Oh. Huh. Yeah, Junko's
In other words,
water in the
Monokuma
face.
gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at
Listen,
me?
can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Junko, look, water in the face. And then she's turned her back talking to Chihiro. And then she's turned her back looking at Celeste. And then she's covered up here with, what's your name? Moral compass. Oh my god, what's his name? Taka's arm. There's something strange about all of them, something I can't quite pin down. Makoto, Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb, Makoto. Come on.
Can you
come
just
on. You're
forget
smart.
about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, no, no. I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that, so it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Our memories being wiped. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Oh, what is this? Hangman's Gambit? It's the, amnesia. I don't know how to spell amnesia. A-M-E? S-I-A. You think I can spell that?
Now I understand.
You think I can spell period?
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense. As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it, but no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We can't move forward until they accept it, and there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. Oh, okay. Make your argument. Oh, the DVD. Yeah, the DVD. 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 DVD.
You're
DVD.
saying we all got spontaneous
No.
amnesia?
DVD.
Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my
Oh,
memory. Ever
wrong,
since
wrong
I
button.
got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
Ooh, break.
No,
Okay.
it's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss.
Oh,
This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lie! I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
take that, Owie.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
Oh, come on, mouse. Hello? Oh, my mouse like flickered for a
It's
second.
not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
Like what?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
They're also dumb.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all... making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
888 is now following.
Thank you. Thank you, Meow Meow. Thank you, Meow Meow. Thank you so much for the follow.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now.
I think it matters a lot,
If I
actually.
said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
I mean, it kind of does matter.
What matters is figuring out
Okay,
what
sure.
memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive?
You mean the motive you came up with? To try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Okay, spin it around. Make your argument. Her profile, I'm guessing?
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
Oh, wait.
What makes you so
Control
sure?
room. Control room? Control room, right? Control room.
Make me so sure.
You were literally there.
You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here.
Yeah, they
The
are.
mastermind is probably a million miles away. 'Cause masterminds always lurk off in the background, right?
Okay, it's one of those two. It's the control room. Which, Hina was literally there. She
who
seems
did
so
it?
dumb.
Who killed her?
Your mom.
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything.
It's not that one.
That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What? I know there's a way
When
that you
you
can speed
think
this up,
about
but I
it,
don't know how to do
Is the
that.
mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
I don't know why it
What
couldn't
makes
be
you
that
so
one.
sure?
Because it is the control room.
What does make me so
You
sure?
were there with the hatch.
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles away.
Why? It could
No,
be
it's
either
wrong.
of those. Like, come on. It could be either one.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
We were literally there, me and Aoi.
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The Mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The Mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the Mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Host Week since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the Mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the Mastermind!
Yeah, you're too dumb.
Well, it's not me.
I blame
You're too dumb.
Makoto.
You can't blame Makoto.
What?
Why me?
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Okay, that is kind of a good point.
Oh, I get
That
it.
is kind of a good point.
The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the Mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The Mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Her actual cause of death was the blow to her head. No.
Shoot!
Well, she mentioned something about a blow to the head. That's why I said that. The other
I got it!
wounds.
All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate
No, actually,
soldier, right?
no.
So that means...
No.
You know...
No, because, the principal or headmaster said that, like, she didn't have a single wound on her body even though she was a soldier.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
She denied me.
Ew, what the heck?
Before I could even say anything.
Girl, shut up. I don't
Come
like
on.
this.
I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me!
If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Spin it. Spin it. Okay, Mukuro's profile. She's the ultimate soldier.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
Yep.
She must have been in 100 different battles.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those...
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. I got it.
No.
Yeah.
Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle.
That's literally what the headmaster said in the last episode.
The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
I was right.
Be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Girl, what the heck?
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
I'd be silent too.
So we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact,
Like I said,
it's
I
hard
think
to
it's
imagine
Junko.
any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Oh, okay. See, I told you guys it's Junko. Whoever was cosplaying is Junko. Which I think it was Mukuro.
But if
Because
that's
all
what
the
killed
spears
her,
that went through her body.
then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means.
Mm-hmm.
When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
Oh, yeah.
Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her.
No.
So who was it that attacked you?
That's a good question. It has to be the
I
Mastermind.
got it!
Yeah.
The one who attacked me was the true Mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the Mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really
yeah.
know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think.
What you think?
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me, even if I didn't see their face. They didn't have nails. Oh, yeah, the tattoo. The tattoo. It should be obvious. Yeah, okay. Monokuma File 5.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was
There's the
under
hand.
that mask.
Something about a hand.
I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker
hand.
we can use to prove
Is her
it
right
wasn't
hand?
her.
Right hand?
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand?
Oh,
Or the left hand?
that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Maybe the right foot.
No, it's her right
Or
hand.
perhaps the left foot.
It's her right hand.
Or
And then I
could
hit
it be
Mukuro.
the hips.
Then I'm gonna hit Mukuro. I hate doing this one because I always mess it up.
You never
But I think
saw
I know it
their
this time.
face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro.
Ooh,
No, that's wrong.
that's wrong. Actually, that's right for me.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked
Yeah,
me.
no tattoo.
And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah!
Yeah.
We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
Yeah, so it obviously has to be the Mastermind.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko?
It's not Kyoko.
It totally could have been her.
It's not Kyoko. Why is she silent?
Oh, no snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Her hands? Oh, her hands. Oh my god, yeah, she has burnt hands.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything? She's actually gonna take them off. Can we see them? Oh. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the Mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, so that obviously proves it's not Kyoko. Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof.
Oh, I smacked my water.
Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
Nope.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true Mastermind.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
Bro, that's so rude.
Sorry. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you did.
I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
She was cosplaying as Junko.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could
The
she?
biolab.
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Oh my god.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
Biolab.
To hide a body here. To just store it somewhere?
Biolab. 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 Yeah, the kitchen.
I got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue, so it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The tarp?
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden.
Yeah, it had the biolab
When I was
symbol
checking
on
it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, They must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
Okay, that makes sense.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the Mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab? Could she be talking
La,
about...
la, la. I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab, could she be talking about...
By the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
What about my family?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
No.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
I mean, we kind of know. At least one member's
Why are you bringing
fine.
that up now?
At least one member's good.
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, why would he be talking about that? Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. Which is what? Oh god, not this! Oh god. Oh god, I hate this.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want?
I need bullets.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you
Bullet,
sure about
bullet.
this? Proof! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Whew, I'm messing up.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want?
Whew, final strike.
I'm not listening!
What? What? I'm gonna have to do it again. Oh my god, hold on. No.
Are you sure?
No. What is the ending? I hate doing that. You're telling me I didn't get it? What is it? Oh my god, I'm looking at the guide real quick. That is so hard, and I did it. No? What the heck is it? Biolab lights. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't get that.
You're getting
Oh.
all riled up! Are you sure about this? Proof!
Whew. Okay, biolab lights.
I'm not listening!
Go!
This should prove it.
I hate doing that. I hate doing this one. I'm not good at those, like, clicky games.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is... the lights!
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab
Yeah.
also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
Mm-hmm.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9. Okay, so they took a body out, so 10
I got
lights.
10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Yeah,
Suspicious? Why?
that means they took a body.
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right, the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth. Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was 8. Sakura was 9. And then the mystery body was 10. Yeah, but there was only 9 bodies. Oh, okay, yeah.
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The Mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do
No.
that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well
No,
be
yeah, none.
that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders, the explanation for more murders than victims, why is that? It's because the same person was killed twice, because,
I got it!
yeah, they reused the body.
What about if the same person was killed twice?
Love that.
Huh? Killed twice?
Yeah, because they said the
Officially,
body was not the
10
stab
murders have been
wound.
committed so far. But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered
Inception.
and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened.
Yeah.
No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
Junko.
It was Mukuro, of course.
Okay, then.
Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba,
Yeah, Junko.
she was killed as someone else.
And that's why
They
the
have the
body
same weight
had to
and
be
height.
stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional!
No, okay, it was Junko who's killed as... Or Mukuro was killed as Junko, right? Yeah.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it
No.
Sayaka Maizono?
It was Junko.
Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata?
Okay, I got it.
Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever?
Live whatever. That's
Or
funny.
maybe Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Oh! Oh, I almost played it again because I thought it was the first thing he said, but... Woo!
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar
Yeah.
to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight.
Junko was killed.
Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... What does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
Yeah, the Mastermind.
And that's the true identity of the Mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro.
No, Mukuro's dead.
She's still alive.
Mukuro is dead. She was
took
Junko.
Junko's body
No.
and made it look like she was the one who died.
No, Mukuro is the one who's dead, because the tattoo on her hand.
So Mukuro is still alive.
These people are so dumb.
Gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Nope. Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? There's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. Yeah, because the dead person has the tattoo of Fenrir. It's her profile because she has the tattoo.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the Mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
I think it's that one. I think it's that one. Yeah, no, it's that one. I wasn't sure. I was letting it play out just to see. Yeah. No, it is that one.
Found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the Mastermind's true identity is...
Oh, it's not that one?
Mukuro.
Okay, then it must be the first one.
Shoot!
Oh my god, I'm losing a health. It's the first one
The body
then.
we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Okay, it is Mukuro.
No, that's wrong.
What? Yo, it is. No, okay, I understand. She's saying it isn't, but we're proving it wrong with the tattoo,
No.
that's why.
The body we found
Yeah.
in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can
Okay,
be sure
I was
of.
confused.
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals
So
were
was the
31,
person cosplaying
21,
Junko.
32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the Mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one place in who can be. It's Junko. Junko.
Here's my answer.
Yeah, it's Junko. They just switched
Junko
places.
is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before
Bro,
our very
are you
eyes.
dumb? We've already established this is Mukuro.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade.
Is this guy dumb?
But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for
She
sure.
was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It's not Junko.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Thank you, Kyoko.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so,
They
how could
swapped.
she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? They just swapped places, right? I checked her, she was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one who died? Oh my god, we've already kind of established this. Yeah. Some sort of trick. Hangman's Gambit? Yeah. What? Replaced? A? A? Why is it so fast? C? E? D? 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 Where's the D? Oh my god. Replaced. Replaced.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
Yup.
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
No.
Good point. There's
No.
just no way they could have switched like that.
She was the same. I mean, personality-wise, look-wise,
So
the whole
maybe
time.
the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I had to figure out, explain how they could have been switched at the beginning.
I got it. The two of them may
Yeah,
have switched places.
because
from
there's
the
no way they
very
could have
beginning.
switched.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met.
Oh, you know what? Junko did mention that, you know, like when we were talking about her magazine, how we said that she looked different, and she was like, oh, it's edited. So, yeah, it's Mukuro.
If that's when they switched,
Huh. That makes sense now. Small details.
then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right?
Yeah, small little details are understanding
After
now.
all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met
Mm-hmm. That wasn't
actually
Junko.
Mukuro all along?
Mm-hmm.
Then we'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
Well, that's on you.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro
Yeah.
could have simply told us her name was Junko,
I mean, that's practically what she did.
and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her
Oh.
hand, right?
Yeah. Junko didn't have one.
Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that.
I mean, I guess.
If she did, It likely melted away in the explosion.
Oh, it does
exposing
kind of
the
look like
tattoo
that.
after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails
Yeah.
found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
Yeah, that's what I said very early on.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an
He's
elaborate
quiet.
plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
He got him.
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
He still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. Well, I'm glad you did. Twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. I guess the DVD, because she wasn't a part of the DVD.
While I was in the AV room,
Yeah?
watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
I just clicked something, to be honest. It wasn't just a monitor. The DVD itself had apparently turned... Oh, that's why he cut the power. Oh, yeah, Monokuma cut the power right before Junko came on. So we wouldn't see her actual
You made
face.
sure I couldn't finish watching the video.
Oh.
And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
Okay, that makes so much more
That whole
sense.
power outage thing was just a fluke!
Mm-hmm. It wasn't a fluke. The Mastermind definitely orchestrated the power outage. That's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. Tried to cover up the other piece? What? Oh my god, what are you making me do? Group photo, group photo, group photo, group photo!
This should prove it.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god, I hate doing
The
that.
video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Yeah, with Junko's face.
Uh-oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
Junko's face is covered. The unusual circumstance common to all these pictures. Junko's face. Look, her face is covered up there. Her face is turned there. Her face is turned there. And then she's covered here. The unusual circumstance is Junko's face.
I got it!
Got it.
Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got him. We got him. We got
It's
him. We
hard to
got
believe
him.
her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think?
Yeah.
And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet.
Mm-hmm.
With all
Yeah.
that in mind, There's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed
who she actually was.
That the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the Mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
Oh, okay, it's closing argument. Yeah, I think it's this one. Okay, we're gonna reenact
exactly
it.
what happened.
Yeah, I think that's right.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko.
Oh my god, no way.
The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko Enoshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue. Until Junko decided to put her body to use.
That sounds weird.
Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
I like seeing Toko fly.
Finally,
Kinda funny.
by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder, and the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
Junko.
The real Junko Enoshima. That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
Yeah.
Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Oh. Oh, there she is. The ultimate despair. And she's got little Monokuma on her. Or like the good and the bad side Monokumas. Oh my god, there she is.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
What's with that voice?
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world.
Girl, what is that voice?
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
No thanks.
Oh. Did you think I was being serious? Sorry. I was just messing with you.
Oh my god, she's playing with us.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the Mastermind? She's the real Junko Enoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face!
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
She was on magazines. Yeah, I've seen her somewhere. It was definitely before I got to school. Before arriving at school. Yeah, he checked the internet. She was on there.
That's right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
Oh yeah, that's what I said. I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like this doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course, those are totally photoshopped. Yeah. Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back, like with computers and junk, so they aren't real.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro.
Mukuro was Mukuro. She did.
She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Oh.
Twins?
I know. It's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko
What the heck?
Enoshima!
Oh my god, she's crazy.
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Oh my god, that's actually so cool.
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself!
I like this personality the best.
But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
That does mean that.
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if!
Well, I suppose I'd better explain. For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes.
The way she just switches up is so crazy.
The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family.
Oh, dang.
Leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course,
The fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive.
Girl, that's your own sister.
It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was,
Dang.
anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for
God.
following a plan to the letter, you know?
Oh my god, kawaii Junko.
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
Oh, that's why she was like, huh? Why? Before she died. Yeah, here. Huh? This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
So you figured it out?
That sucks.
Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope. I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all.
Dang.
When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret. So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad?
Mushrooms!
That's why it gets me so excited.
Oh.
Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
That's the only smart
And my
question you've ever
sister
asked.
too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
Well, why don't you die too,
I
then?
knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak.
Dang.
Right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Huh? Don't you mean had that
Had?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer. So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then we'll have our victory.
I can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Yeah.
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
No. Thinking back to what Monokuma told us, the memories that were stolen from us. Motives? Because, like, it was all about our family.
You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important.
Well, yeah.
It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners.
I don't think you do. I don't think you apologize.
Let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Yeah, I did notice that.
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Freedom or something? DVDs was my family, Sayaka was her friends. First murder was given was human connections. Yeah, it was about like people you care about.
The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships.
Uh-huh. But why?
For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question! So, what was the theme for the second motive?
What was the second motive? Chihiro, Mondo? Weird envelopes. A strong heart because of Mondo? No, okay.
Shoot!
The past then? I guess it was the past. Come on, Makoto.
I got it!
Okay.
It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
Celeste. European castle. Okay, that was money. Okay, agreed.
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Sakura's death was exposing Monokuma's secret. Blackmail. He blackmailed her. Oh, then he betrayed her then.
Shoot!
Come on. Okay, come on. I'm not reading all that. Come on. It was betrayal. Yeah, 'cause she betrayed us first. Okay, yeah. So betrayal.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
That's a good question.
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because we were supposed to stay.
Correct.
Our whole thing was we were supposed to stay in
Which
school.
means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really?
Then hurry up and tell us. Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too.
I'm kinda
see
scared.
your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame!
Is she opening the windows?
The world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
Oh. Oh. What? Monokuma everywhere. Oh. Gigantic Monokuma robots. People... Okay, like anarchy or something? Does that mean that people are like corrupted by despair? And the world's corrupted by despair, I guess?
What the...
And so it's like a total war zone?
Dangerous. The world has grown so
Wow.
very dangerous.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
Your mom.
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you.
Oh,
If
we'll
you
give our
can't
memories
remember,
back.
please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether
Oh
you
my
live
God.
or die.
That's actually kind of funny.
I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial.
Oh, and she's spinning it. Okay, wait. Wait, no. No. I don't want to pick yet. Wait. I said I don't want to pick yet.
Come on.
Hold on. I'm looking up the guide because I'm not gonna remember. Looking up the guide. Oh, okay.
What the fuck happened outside?
Okay, yeah,
You want
because
us to remember
Toko
or
and
whatever,
Genocide
but
Jill don't share
when
memories.
it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing.
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything.
You can.
No,
Literally, the person saying it can.
Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
Literally
The
yourself.
other Toko. Genocide Jack.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Oh, why does he sound so soft? Girl.
Da-da-da-da! It's me,
Girl, I
your
swear.
friendly neighborhood serial killer!
Same.
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately.
Oh.
Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the Mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet ya!
Nice to meet you too.
That's
my
enough.
God.
Just look at the stupid screen.
That's so silly.
Aye aye, Roger, you got it, Captain!
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
And you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
The tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
No, but
Just
that tongue.
answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
What?
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Okay, I'm gonna assume that that phrase means that, like, despair kind of took over the world, and so everyone's kind of fallen into despair, so that's why there's all the Monokuma stuff out in the world. Like, Junko's kind of took over despair by, like, causing a tragedy, which I'm assuming is, like, what happened in the dorm rooms, because all of the stuff here, like, they talked about before, like, one of the classes that committed mass suicide, so maybe that was a part of it. And there's a lot of, like that one room that's full of, like, rubble and, like, body outlines and blood, so something obviously happened here that was a tragedy.
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history! And as a result, in basically no time flat! The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That doesn't tell me anything.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous. I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Okay, Monokuma had been making jokes the whole time about the family.
Well done, peasant.
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it!
Oh my
Even
god.
if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Anyway,
In the head.
like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
Why?
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Oh my god.
Hold on! That doesn't make any sense!
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago! I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago! If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago?
Oh, that's like what the photos are about.
Ooh, I get
the photos.
You're saying
yeah.
that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Yeah.
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
What? What? 2 years ago? What is that? Oh, that's also the stuff in like his locker and Kyoko's diary.
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Oh no! Answer us! Answer with all your heart and soul!
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
I think I know. We still have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. What Junko says is true. If we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us can only remember getting here the last few weeks or so. So the memories she took are like at Hope's Peak.
I got it!
Yeah.
If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. Nope. No. Nope. No. I mean, no matter what
Nope.
anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
Seems so.
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life? That's not possible!
I want to think that too. I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. But there's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible, but if it's the truth, then we have to accept it. Yeah, it's Hiro's notebook that proves it. Because he says he doesn't remember anything. Locker notebook, right? Locker notebook. Yeah, not the pocketbook, because that
2
is
years worth of
Kyoko's.
memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single
There we go.
class!
There we go, there we go. Yeah, you have. You have your notebook. We have your notebook.
Hiro, there's something I'd like you to take a look at.
Why wouldn't you show him that earlier, though?
This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't mind, could you take
So
a
we
look
were second
inside?
years?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
Wuzza, is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak, but somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind.
What the heck?
I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
Oh my god.
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
I love this personality.
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Figure out What?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Our memories come apart. Is she talking about the moment where we lost our memories? Oh, it was when we fainted, yeah. Yeah, because when we got in and then we fainted and woke up at the desk.
My memories. I can't think of any time other than that day. When I first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone! Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time.
Yeah, that explains the photos.
Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, but
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale.
That's
Even
sad.
if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
Ultimate despair. All mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst.
I'm sad.
Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your life.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy.
But what was the tragedy?
All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro.
Yeah.
Was it some
they're
kind
just
of
two girls.
organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know? It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it, and now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once! So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter! Ah, I said it twice!
Now, someone was responsible for that
The
transformation.
headmaster.
For creating what would eventually become your prison.
Headmaster.
Do any of you know who that might have been?
The one who turned Hope's Peak into a shelter was the headmaster.
I got it! It could only have been...
Yeah, because that's why he
the
asked us all to
headmaster
stay
of
here.
Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
This is kind of really sad now.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake.
Why? Because they infiltrated it?
It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
Oh my god.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Oh my god.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
Only let us live? So we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Damn.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
That's why you're broadcasting it. That's why you're broadcasting it. You took over the waves. The radio, television waves. Oh, hijacked. They hijacked the waves. Move. L. Move. Hijacked, yeah.
Now I understand.
Now I understand.
Okay, that makes sense. She hijacked the waves.
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about.
Dang.
The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds,
Oh my
I
God.
had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all.
God.
They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair.
So you just used
Oh,
us
I skipped it, sorry.
to bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Tell
And
him,
there's a
Kodo.
reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
That's why she wants to kill us, because we're
Sorry,
treasured to her.
that's
That
a
causes
lie.
her despair.
I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that
Dang.
the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
Truth's full of despair, that's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already. So help us. I'll do anything. Just help me.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the
Ooh,
truth.
okay, Makoto.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all gunners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you for the
Tell him,
sake of
Makoto.
everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed?
Yeah, it's 'cause
What
of
are
you.
you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
I mean, she's got a point. She does have a
That's
point.
why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hmm.
Hell yes! That's funny funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple! You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it! You pushed us all into a corner! It's all your fault!
Ooh,
You
Makoto's
certainly
getting
have a talent
sassy.
for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course.
Oh, yeah, I
You didn't
forgot
forget
about
about that little rule, did ya?
That means we just vote on her.
Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
So does that mean we
Even
have to
if
make
you
them
don't,
believe in
you've
hope?
Still got the upper hand in all this.
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win, to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
You mean we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me. And make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all!
She got a point.
So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down!
Oh my god.
Makoto, you're up!
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
Makoto didn't do anything.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished?
Yeah.
Don't you have faith in your friends?
No! That's not it!
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so beautiful.
They've all lost hope.
Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate.
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
The final vote. This is it. The ultimate confrontation. I had to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair? That's not really living at all. Oh, spinning it around. So I'm guessing we have to, like, make them all believe in hope somehow? Okay.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
Okay, I have to
If
use the
I were
hope
to
on people, I
die-
guess.
That would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
We have to make people hope. Okay, this is what I think I have to do at least. Yeah,
Don't
okay.
lose hope now.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna make them believe in hope
All my
again.
fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
Owie.
Don't lose hope now.
Don't lose hope now.
I've been thinking about all this, and I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. That sounds like something she'd say, right? No. I think that's definitely what she'd say, which is why Yeah! I've made up my mind!
This is taking forever.
Meh.
There we go.
Don't lose hope now.
Come on. This is taking so long.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
Hope.
Don't lose hope now.
Yeah, don't lose hope now.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the Mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
we won't give up.
Okay. Just
As long as
Kyoko.
there's hope, we'll never give up.
Just Kyoko.
If I were to die,
Just Kyoko.
that would be the end of Hope's Peak
Last
Academy.
one.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
It's playing the opening, so you know it's serious now.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here
My ear hurts
is
from this
thanks to
headphones.
the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
My ear hurts so
If
bad.
I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
I already said I would claim the Mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
Okay, come on.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Kyoko.
Don't lose hope now.
Taylor, Kyoko. Or Makoto. Wrong person.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything. Does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope.
Ultimate hope.
What the hell are you?
Your mom. The ultimate
So
hope.
uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said,
Girl.
the stupid way you all treat each other.
Okay, she's been found
It's all
out.
so uncool! So unhip! Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
Okay. I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't it? Okay. Why are you audio playing? But I still... Don't tell me I have to do a thingy. Oh god, I hate this thing. Oh my god.
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going.
I hate doing that so much. I hate the negative time thing.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
Tell him, Makoto.
What's going on? What's happening?
That's the end of the trial? That's the end of the trial? B? Okay, B. Yeah, okay. I'll take it. I'll take the A. I'll take the A.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing with our own hands.
Oh my god, we did it. That was the last class trial. It should be on Junko. Oh my god, she looks so cute in the little thingy.
The hell?
Indeed.
You lost, Junko.
I lost?
I lost me? No way.
Well, that's
It can't be! You still
Um,
don't accept it? Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's
Oh, that's just...
totally the best!
Huh?
So this is despair.
We came to the school- oh, it's on auto. We came to the school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now I...
To come this far and fail at the very end?
True despair.
It's the most ultimate despair. What are you talking about?
And now I...
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This once-in-a-lifetime experience. It's my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
True despair.
I'm so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway.
Are you so are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside is only despair, inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you. That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat
Let me
myself.
tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah. Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Everyone.
Hey.
You said that despair is contagious as any disease.
However...
But the same thing is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is. Kyoko.
No.
Stop it. Stop. I hate those faces you're making. To see those awful looks causing me nothing but pain.
There's one last thing.
If you guys want to get all hung up on the world hope, that's some skin off my noose. But be warned, from this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, but there is a very fine line dividing that hope from the bitter despair. Knowing that, will you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we...
It's fine, it's fine.
Shut up, shut up. That was a rhetorical... I can read that word. Question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
It can't
Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right? Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste the despair of death that you only get once in a life, so...
Don't get in my way!
Oh. The Monokuma Poohoo.
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful! Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th, I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Girl's crazy. Junko has been found guilty. Oh, she's just walking with Monokuma. I guess to be fair, she's the only one that really wants to die. So what's her punishment? Oh, is it all of them? It's all of the punishments together. Oh my god. 1,000 blows. Leon's punishment. Mondo's punishment. Celeste's punishment. And Alter Ego's punishment. Her face looks so weird there. Even Kirigiri? Oh my god, the headmaster? Dang. And Makoto's? Yeah. Oh, I guess Makoto's is gonna be what actually kills her. Because it didn't actually kill us. Ooh. Well, she's dead. She's dead. Emergency override. Is that important to us? Is that important to us? And that's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Enoshima. The ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. Oh, that's end? Is this the ending now? We're gonna end it anyway. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said, they shut off immediately. That was the only difference. Goodbye Despair High School, the epilogue. Ooh, almost done. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck here in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But in the end...
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But is this really it? Is this really the key to the door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find that answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words...
I'll force you out, she said, just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she let us leave here alive.
It's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true. There's nothing to worry about.
My beautiful scissors!
If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam him so far up. Huh? Where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. What? Leave? We can go outside? Then that means me and Master can get married? No.
That's enough.
Please, stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway...
Don't worry. I have no idea that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But...
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks...
For serious?
Maybe when we get out, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. that the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie. Peaceful as we remember? Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. That's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike the school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what, but there also has to be a lot of hope, right?
In other words,
the act of searching for hope to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you can have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
Am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who can't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild our world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
You got it!
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just make some flour and I'll mix them myself, and if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat. I get it now. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be?
That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yashihiro Hagakure's life story is about to begin. Thanks, Hina. You totally opened my eyes. Hey, personal space buddy, you're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we get out of here and do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us and we're still so small. What can we do? No, we can probably do something. Anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed. But if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me. And the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still. It does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
Oh. Why is this making me sad? It looks like hope is really spreading. As long as I never give up, I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to open. With our hands, hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. Oh my god, there it goes. I hope it doesn't explode. Well, there's the door, guys. There's the door. Oh. Is it exploding? Is that how they're gonna end it? That's how they're gonna end the game. Oh my god. See, this is why you wait around till after the credits.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
Oh my god. See, this is why you don't skip the credits. That is the end of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. This is a great game. I've been wanting to play this game on my channel for as long as I have started this channel, which is almost a year at this point, so this is definitely one of the ones that I wanted on here, and we finished it. It is a very long playthrough, and I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be playing the second one in a little bit. It takes a lot out of me to record these because they're dialogue based, and yeah, I had a really good time. I love this game. It's one of the best ones, but I will say one of the things that I don't love about it is just how much over-explaining it does, because I mean, in games like this it really needs that because it is a mystery-based game, but definitely one of the things that was not my favorite. But all in all, this is a great game. I absolutely love this game. If you haven't played it yet, check it out. And yeah, we will be playing the second one soon. So thank you guys so much for watching this playthrough, and I will not see you in the next one because this one is done. Bye, YouTube.